This is Howard Walensky for Skype, speaking with Chris Brown, the technology facilitator, team leader at Marie Murphy School, also chairman of professional development and the district technology coordinator for Avoca School District 37. But that's a mouthful, Chris.
Yeah, it's a lot of titles there. That's
in, in
make it.
Wilmette, Illinois. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your school district? It's sort of a special area, isn't it?
Yeah, we have it's a K through 8 school district. We have two buildings, basically in the North Shore of Chicago. We have about 700 students, K through 8. The building I work in mainly is a middle school, Marie Murphy School. It's got about 250 students. Our students from grades 4 through 8, so that's about 450 students, are all provided their own laptop computer. We've got all kinds of other technology initiatives going on as well too, with blogging with students, with interactive whiteboards, and we have a number of teachers that use Skype as well too.
So what are some of the ways that you use Skype in the district?
Well, I think the one interesting way we've been using it recently is to expand our teacher candidate pool. We get, approximately 400, 500 applications for a position at school. We recently had one that was for a language arts position in the middle school. And for that type of position, we'll get, again, as I say, hundreds of applications. And certainly we get a number from around the Chicago area, but we also get applications from, a lot of times from around the world, to be honest. And it's either that someone is teaching overseas, maybe. For instance, in this past round, we had a candidate from the Virgin Islands. We had a candidate from Japan. We had a candidate from a number of different states across the country, Colorado, Ohio, and oftentimes it's either that they have a connection to Chicago, maybe they grew up here, or they have a spouse or a partner that actually is been relocated to Chicago, and in either case they're looking for a school district that they can come back to Chicago and work in. And the North Shore districts, they are pretty popular, and we certainly do get a number of applications. But this allows that person that maybe we couldn't look at before to be available in our pool of applicants, and it puts them a little bit more on even par with someone who actually can come in physically with to interview, and allows them to participate just like they were here with us.
I saw a photograph, which I'll include on the blog, that shows one of these sessions. So the room is set up, and you project the person's Skype call right on the wall, and then they interview them.
Yeah, that seemed to be the simplest way to do. We used an external video camera and one of the teachers' laptops, and it was a good for us. We're a fairly well-developed technology district. We run a lot of different programs with our students and our faculty, and for us, it's a real good test of the applicant's technology ability. I tell them, well, you need to sign up with Skype. You need to be able to call us in at 12:30 for this interview and on such day. And it makes it a little bit of a challenge for them to be able to do that. Of course, Skype makes it pretty simple, and most of them pass the test, so without too much help. So so we set up in that picture. We set up about a camera, and about 4 or 5 teachers were able to interact with that candidate, and
Oh, bummer, Chris.
the candidate become.
Yeah, the thing froze there for a second.
Okay. Well.
That happens too.
But we haven't had very many issues at all. In fact, it was almost like real time when we've been doing it. So
it's funny, and so has anybody actually been a Skype hire?
We haven't had a Skype hire yet. No, we haven't. I will say, but it did make the pool richer. It made it. We had some people that we were in the final rounds that we started with in the Skype process, and we'll get one sooner than later, because I think it's the school district itself seems to be growing a little more in notoriety and especially in the technology vein and some other things that we do too. And I think that, as word gets out, we'll get, the applicant pool is going to keep expanding. Eventually, we're definitely going to have someone that's, just from online experience.
Well, listen, I appreciate your help, Chris, and keep on interviewing. Someday, when you get the Skype hire, let us know. We'll make them
Yeah,
famous.
we definitely will. We definitely will.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Okay, Howard, take care.
Bye now.